Hey, Doozer Shop here. I am alive and well. Haven't had an update in quite a while. But I was sort of inspired to come out here. It's like Tuesday evening out here in the shop. And I just thought I'd show you the small amount of things I've been working on. I've been working on the vinyl plank floor in the house like every weekend. And it's here in Charlotte. It's been so hot. It's been like 90, 95 degrees, and haven't been doing too much outside, but trying to get the vinyl floor squared away. The AC in the shop is working great, and I've been doing stuff in the shop in the evening, try to, make a little bit of headway on my projects. But it's not a great update, but I'm going to just take you around and show you what I've been doing. And let's go handheld, and here we go. All right, let's see. Minor thing. So this, I guess you could call it a bench block. It's 1 inch thick steel, 8 inch by 8 inch, and I think it's good on both sides. Yep. This used to be part of a press die or something. This is 1 inch and it's hardened steel. This is some kind of a bolster plate or something, but it's surface ground very well. You can see the image is something, but you can't feel it. 3/8 tapped holes in quite a few places, and through holes in other places, some dowel pin holes in other places. Good bench block for tapping out dowel pins or roll pins or anything. Good weight. I mean, that's probably I don't know, to 12, 15 pounds right there, about 15 pounds. So that's cool. Industrial surplus from the trash bin. It's a little too small, maybe for this application in the press. You might remember I'm always bragging on the old K.R. Wilson press. It's a hydraulic press, and it's also got the hand advancement lever, which is super handy. And I got my tooling for push punches and such, and bigger tooling in these metal bins. This is a little bit bigger than the 8 inch, but the factory Wilson green painted press blocks are here. But always good to have little punch out dies and little receiver dies for different bearings or something you're taking apart. So that's that. Kind of cool. I think I might have picked up an extra one of these bins that was destroyed and such and thrown out, and I fixed it up. Let's see. Minor eBay things. For a while, let me back you up. On the mighty SIP, I don't know if I've told you guys, there's no ID tag, there's a speeds tag, but no reference to the actual model. Far as I have been able to research, this is an MP5. Based on the table size, it's like 27 by 32 or something. It's got a big table. Anyhow, the SIP MP5. Curtis on Cutting Edge Engineering has a hydroptic. I think number 6 or 7, I forget. But anyhow, this one, just to show you guys real quick, has the compensated lead screws. And when I say compensated lead screws, this might be a little hard to show. That's the lead screw, and there's the dial, and the 0, which is vernier, is floating, and it floats via this linkage bar. There's a bell crank, And there's the stylus that reads the cam. Now the cam, well, kind of hope the light's not flooded out. My hand, my finger, is touching the cam. And it's a linear cam, and it compensates by moving the 0. Let me show you on this side. So again, there, if the glare is not too much, let me kneel down and let me see. This, does it go up? Yeah. See how that moves? When I move that, it offsets the vernier 0, right? And this, right, and that goes in there. A little contact point action there. And man, it's hard to say. But up underneath the table, there's a stylus sticking up at 12 o'clock. And that's the linear cam on the underside of this table. So with all that going on, that compensates for any error in the lead screw, which is underneath there. So that's how that works. I think they were talking about SIP on the Machinist Museum on Facebook or something. But anyhow, that's how that works. Kind of interesting. Accurate to a tenth, I guess, back in the day. So this is a 1925 machine, between 22 and 25. It's about exactly 100 years old, right? Pretty freaking amazing that it's 100 years old, and it's, you know, it's still an accurate machine for a lot of things. So I cheat. Sometimes I got to do quick things and I don't want to bother reading the vernier. So I got this Federal 3-inch travel indicator. I just, you know, it's touching the table. And what I got it on, this is a Lufkin Mighty Mite surface gauge. It's a magnetic surface gauge. And I don't know if the camera is picking up the Mighty Mite dude. You can kind of see it's just a regular surface gauge. It's got the adjustment, and I got it on a oh, this is a piece of chemistry laboratory clamping equipment there, a little clampy clamp from a chemistry set, and it sits in the coolant trough, the oil trough, to measure table movement, right? When I move the, alright, we got that, we love it. So I had this one on the upper arm, and this is another Lufkin Mighty Mite, and I had some abomination of linkage on there, which just was, it worked, but to hold the indicator, but it was just so much, and I got a little, I don't know what I was experimenting with, but anyhow, that was that Lufkin, and then I found the baby Lufkin on eBay, and I've been trying to put some indicator linkage in it. It's 7/32 hole size for the indicators. This dude's pretty cool. It's another, like I said, Mighty Mite, and it's a surface gauge. I've got the black phenolic knob for that one, but I made this aluminum one because it's a little longer and it's easier. Little thumb holes. It's got the separation with the magnet. I love how they have the little V, you know, for putting on a rounded curved surface there. So you just there, now that's on. So it's kind of cool. I'd like to get that black anodized maybe. The plastic one was starting to crack, so I just made this aluminum piece. So that's cool. Lufkin regular surface gauges are kind of out there. They have some beautiful tempered colors that they have in those, nicer than Starrett's, I would even argue. But the magnetic ones, I've never seen one other than this one, this magnetic surface gauge that you can turn on and off. And then I found this little guy on eBay. I paid too much for this. I think I paid like 35, 40 bucks with shipping or something. But anyhow, these are nice. These Tiny Titan. Oh, I didn't see the. It's another Lufkin. This is a pop-off, I think. No, there you go. Oh, yeah. These have a V on them as well for pipe or round objects. These are super strong. With the bifurcated, you know, north-south magnetic pole, anything like these sticks really well. Brown and Sharp had a Tiny Titan line, but they weren't as strong because they weren't the bifurcated magnet. I think they were, you know, the single pole somehow. I don't know how that worked. But the Tiny Titans are really good. So I picked that up on eBay. I might just use that for a test indicator. I don't know. So something, I had it stuck on the cross ram, the overarm, the bridge, I guess you'd call it the bridge, for doing rough indicating work without doing the subtraction with your verniers, the verniers. I came across something I want to show you. It's over on the bandsaw. It is a magnet. It's made by a company called MagSwitch. I think they got a website. So it's this yellow thing, right? I made the aluminum piece. The yellow piece is the MagSwitch brand item. You can see here. MagSwitch. Now this joker was, they're like 30 bucks on eBay. This is the 150, I think I picked this up for 40 bucks at the Woodworkers Warehouse. Something like that. But watch this. Oops. Now that's super easy to turn on. Super easy to turn off. Super easy to turn on. And this is a 150 pound pull, folks. It's on there. And you release it, bam, and it's like nothing ever happened. So I milled up this piece. See, it mounts with, at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, there's these 1032 holes. And I got 1032 screws right there and there from the bottom. So I made this aluminum piece. This aluminum piece was a piece of scrap. It was the bottom end of an air cylinder. And I cut it off on the dewall. There's a 3/8 pipe thread port. And it used to be, I guess like that, right? Yeah. Or was it like this? There you go. That's how it used to be. It was the bottom end of like a pneumatic cylinder. And I cut it off and I bored the hole to size. Because I cut it off. I didn't need the 1/8 inch pipe thread, or 3/8 pipe thread. I'm sorry, 3/8 pipe thread. My brain's not working. So that's got a nice flat side because that's the shape the magnet was. And now I got couple holes here I can mount something to, a dial indicator or whatever. These are 5/16 24 fine thread, 5/16 24 there and there, and then there and there. Those are the air cylinder mounts. Now I got that's not from the magnet, that's a little rust ring from something else, I don't know. But anyhow, you click that joker on and man, claims 150 pound pull. They make one that's like 230 pound pull for 10 bucks more. I got this at Woodworkers Warehouse. I mean, if you really try to, you can twist it. But it's super easy off, super easy on. They sell them for a fence and feather boards for like woodworking stuff. I need a fence for this bandsaw. If I get 2 of these, I could make a fence up and just square it with a square and just mag it down, and you could be great. But I wanted it basically to put an indicator on. I wanted to use that 2-inch travel dial indicator, the indicate tray. That's a 3-inch travel. I think that's a 2-inch right there. And let me just back up and frame the shot. Okay, so we're going to measure the travel of that carriage head thingy thing on the bridge here for quick and dirty. Let me turn it on. One-handed, I got the camera, as you know. Let me just click. All right, so now that's on. Oh, shoot, that's a strong joker. So that's going to work there, and I got a lug on the side here. Might have to make a little adaptation or a little linkage arm or something. But that's kind of be what that's for, because it's nice and clean, and it's a little bit less cluttered than this guy. I just had too much. But anyhow, that's gonna be for there. But now, you guys, if you go on the MagSwitch website, they got a ton of different stuff, like 100 items. They got mag drills that are permanent magnet based. They got end effector magnets for robots that are pneumatically turned on and off, permanent magnets. I thought the mag based drills were nice. Okay, you never have to worry about power failure, right? So that's cool. I wanted to tell people, man, if I put a, let's go. I made up a Noga arm. Let's see. That's a purchase. That's an H&K or H&G. That's German, right? That's a full hydraulic arm. There's actually oil in that for a test indicator. Now this guy, that's a moderately cheap arm, and that's an Enco made in France base, and it has a 8mm stem or 5/16 stem, and I made up that brass hunka chunka so I could put an indicator arm on it. And that's super strong too. It looks at Enco, made in France, if you guys remember Enco, them guys. One more thing I wanted to show you. Let me turn on the Waldman lamp. Alright, lighten that up like a dream. Life is but a dream. I think I showed this maybe, but quickly, seeing as we're talking about indicators. It's on the tool post for indicating the face run out wobble on the chuck, parts on the chuck. I got this little indicator there, right? So the cool thing is, if you want to pop this joker onto this dovetail, right? And you want to indicate the run out of your shaft, radial run out. Boom. You see what I just did there? That thing swivels, right? And you can also, hit the radial run out, and you can just flop it that way and crank it in and hit the axial run out. But I kind of made it for there and then drop it in on this side, right? And then you can do the run out there. And all I did, I got a piece of steel cut in a T-shape, and I got a spring washer, a Belleville washer on a 1/4-inch stud. Man, I don't know if you can see. Just got it like soldered to the back of a flat back indicator, because it's steel or brass or something. And I just used like a pancake flathead screw and cleaned it really well and just soldered it. And it allows you to just pivot it, right? So that's kind of cool. Nice tip for you guys if you ever want to make one up. I found it's the handiest dandiest little joker around. So I got that, and I got this for other stuff. I was talking about this, stuck into my blue in the face. Leave that for a second. Some guys on Home Shop Machinists were talking about tool post wrenches, and I think the Inheritance Machining guy made one. Check out his channel, Inheritance Machining. Younger fella got some tools from his father or grandfather or something. So this is a CA, right? The big old CA. And this one actually clocks a little too far. This is a cheapie. I think I bought these from Wholesale Tool or something. But that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the handle for the nut, right? So this, it's basically a wrench. So when I made the T-nut and I used the 7/8 B7 all-thread stud for the mounting stud there. I got a nice 7/8, I think 7/8 9 flange thread nut, flange nut rather, and this is I think it's just a socket and 3/4 inch drive. So I turn the threads off the 3/4 all thread, and it gives you nice support, right? And you can index the hex because it's a 12-point socket, right? So you can put it anywhere you want. And I just that's a TIG weld. I just TIG welded. You got a nice weave in there. That's it. Oh, and the air cylinder I was talking about, that I took the aluminum end piece off for that MagSwitch adapter. This is the rod from it. I think that's stainless. It's a magnetic stainless rod. And I got the old 8-ball Ruski on there. So that's super easy to loosen. And if I had the right tool holder on there, you can say you could and it looks the part, right? They look kind of similar, and you got enough length on there to get good leverage. So I'm kind of proud of that. I did this before, and like I said, I used the socket before, and instead of square drive, I just turned it the round shank to fit, and that works. When I redid this Clausing Colchester lathe, I ended up surface grinding the top of this compound, and I got it wiped down with phosphoric acid right off the grinder, and it gave me this nice dark gray, like almost patina, but that's phosphoric acid on cast iron. Man, I think it looks great. This was kind of, you know, shiny off the grinder, and that phosphoric acid, you know, sure made it look kind of like the older patina of the rest of it, right? And tip for you guys, way wipers. If you want to make something heavy duty, way wipers with felt. There's felt inside these aluminum way wipers, and I got the oil caps right on there. So if you ever want to mill up something with some felt inside there, protect your ways. Really nice way to go there. What else? This is just a Starrett magnificator or something, and that's what I use the 1/4 inch stud there for a camera mount. So you know, that works. Turn that on so I don't kablooey it. All right. What else? What I was thinking of doing, if I wasn't going to do that, I got a little Noga arm. I know this is totally random. The inspection corner of Doozer shop. Now I got some mirrors. I got to clean them. I put them behind the inspection. I got the mirror there. Hey. But anyhow, turn the light on. Let's see here. This guy, this is a real Noga, right? And it's got a 8mm or 5/16 straight shank, right? So the options are you could mount it in there somehow. So that's that. I want to leave that there. What else? Not too much. Got stock items been stocking up on. All the Bijur lubricators are good with this thing. One thing on the Mighty Giddings and Lewis, there's the motor, and I had wired a little twist lock 3-phase plug on it. I was running this with a VFD. So let me get you around here. It's a 5-horse 220 440 motor. And anyhow, you can see it's set up for 440. And I just, like I said, I put a cheater cord on there. But it used to have a magnetic starter bolted here, right? This is the column. It had a magnetic starter. You can see the greasy outline of one, and it was only a NEMA 0, I think. So it would be good for a 5-horse motor only at 440. If you drop down to 220, the amps double, and you need a bigger starter. I don't even think a NEMA 1 would pull it. I think I need a NEMA 2. I don't remember. But anyways, sidebar. Inside there is the counterweight, right? Got 2 windows. Got that one closed off. I got that one opened up. The counterweight is on the end of the chain, right? There's that chain in there that offsets the weight of the ram or the crosshead or whatever you want to call this thing. So there's the bar hole. You can bar it. You can, put the ram down and put the bar through there when you're transporting. What I did is, you can see here, you can touch it, hear it? Moves a little. I put an inner tube in there. I took a tractor tire inner tube and I just blew it up inside the column to stabilize it while I was shipping it. But you guys, when you're moving this big equipment like this, the Rockford planer, that thing's got a counterweight too in the column, and I think I used the same inner tube to immobilize it. But anyhow, all right, back to electrical. I found I had in stock a panel. It's interesting. I got the lid in the parts washer cleaning the paint off. The spacing between these holes, these screw holes, is 6 3/4 of an inch. And that's the spacing, actually not on this one. This is like 6 1/2. But the starter housing I got is 6 3/4. So I'm just gonna bolt it to that, and I might end up drilling some new holes up top, whatever. I don't know. What else? The blue thing is a Miller, like Miller Welders Miller fume extractor. The motor was trashed, and I got another vacuum motor. It's a Amatec Rotron vacuum motor. Haven't gotten to cleaning up the Troik. Is that no? It's not a Troik. It's a Advance brand rotary table with the 16-inch XY table, cross slide table on top, which is awesome. Because if you got a rotary table and you're putting your fixturing or workpiece on top, you're always trying to position it relative to the axis spinning center of the table. And you've got clamps and you're trying to, knock it around with a hammer, a brass hammer or something with your clamps. This thing, you fixture it kind of in the center and then you dial it in for true center with the axis of rotation. So having an XY table on top of the rotary table is cool, and that's just the easy way to fly. I think Craftsman and Palmagren made a little small 6-inch or 8-inch one where the XY was underneath the table, and that's just for a drill press, and it's kind of silly and not really useful for anything. But XY on top, super versatile, right? Behind it, the big offset boring head, Summit brand, as I said, that's like 19 3/4, let's call it 20-inch boring head. That's going to go on the Giddings Lewis. That thing's all cleaned up, reworked the oil system, and cleaned everything, and it's ready to go. Let me kind of squeech by here. That was just another project, and then there's some chucks for the Colchester. Pick that up. That's like a brand new 3-jaw Bison, 10-inch size. Might go on the Pratt & Whitney. The mighty Pratt & Whitney. Don't know. Not sure. Yeah, so that'll bolt onto there. The Summit boring head. So I got to make an adapter. See, there is the I think it's an 8 or 9-inch facing mill that bolts on to the studs. So that's also going to carry that huge Summit facing head. So that's cool. And as you've seen before, that's the 2-inch boring bar. That's a Warner Swayze tool holder that I'm using as a boring bar. More to come with that. Okay. Oh, I was going to show you the starter. So I picked this up. I bought the big vise, bench vise, and I picked up a 7-horse motor, and I picked up some other stuff. This guy had a Craigslist ad, and he threw this in with the deal, I think for $30 or something. So this was some kind of a motor starter. And when I say motor starter, let me open this joker up. I hope the light's not, okay, let's see. You can kind of see. There's the start of the incoming power switch. I need to get 3 big long fuses, like stick of dynamite fuses. They're 5 3/4, 6 inches, 3 for each of the 3 phases. That's a NEMA 2 contactor. That'll handle 15 horse or something. I don't know. Control transformer, fuses for the control transformer. Not sure what. Oh, those are the overloads. That's the output. Okay. And the start buttons are there. I can wire some local buttons. But this is $30. It was used, but in fine condition on a pump or something. So that's cool. This is a little 6-inch power booster diaphragm for brakes. Now, my buddy's into mini trucks. And this is like a, what, Isenseki or something. I want to use this because my Chevy truck has a hydraulic clutch on the clutch pedal, and it's a bear to push, and I don't know why. I'm gonna check into it. Plastic master, plastic slave cylinders. I think that's part of the problem. My buddy's got the same truck, my buddy Hubby at the junkyard, and he said he replaced his plastic one, master and slave cylinders, with a aluminum. I looked in Rock Auto; they offer them in aluminum for that model Chevy. But this thing is a vacuum booster, and like I say, it'll fit on the firewall, and I can put the master cylinder on this. But it's missing something. Like the vacuum port, the vacuum port there goes right in. I mean, I can feel it, right? So the vacuum, the master cylinder bolt's here, and there's like a little drain here. Something's not sealing. There's supposed to be like a little valve or something in there that this doesn't have, because my buddy said he's not sure if it works because he switched it out. But you can buy these. I think Isuzu NPRs have these too for the clutch, and it is for the clutch. This is for the brakes on a little Daihatsu mini truck or something. But that was one of my thoughts to make my clutch pedal easier, is a vacuum assist clutch. All right, enough of that. Let's go out to the high bay. Now, the shop is air conditioned. This is insulated, but I don't have the air conditioning, so that's the shop proper with my slide door. And I come out here to the high bay, right? So those are my doors to the outside, and it's like 90 degrees in here. That's the International 6-cylinder engine that I started playing around with. That's the one I got new old stock main bearings and new old stock set of piston rings in standard size. So the cylinders mic up really well. The maximum wear I can measure with the bore gauge is 3 to 4 thou. So it is a 20,000 mile engine. Let's see. I have not done much with the Jarosin Polish mill. It's been sitting here in the shop. I scraped it down, some of the grease off of it. It's been leaking oil on the floor, and I got sawdust soaking it up. It's on a pallet jack. The only thing I noticed, maybe you guys can tell me, does this have a quill? Is this solid or does it have a quill? I think that's the quill lock, and it's in the shadow, but there's another, I think there's a down feed. But I don't know. I don't know. One thing that kind of bothers me with this mill, this was used right up until I took possession of it from the factory, right? And it's got the insert cutting head. It's got some backlash, but hold on, let me do it. See that? And I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if a gear is loose in there or what, but hard to see. The transmission shifting levers, right? This thing is huge, folks. So that's the head. There's the ram. So there's two multiple gear shift levers in there, and then there's the motor. That square thing is actually a motor off the back. So it's called the Toolmaker's Overarm, folks. The horizontal spindle has some shift levers there. I don't know if I can show you. It's probably in the dark. And it's got belts in case you jam something up. But anyways, yeah. So these things. It was like I said, they were using this thing with the indexing head and everything, like the day before I got it, and it was running fine. I just wonder if there's something loose in the gears or something. If there's a spline in there or gears. I don't want to take it apart because, like I said, it was working fine. They're using it in production. They must have used this thing 3 times a week. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I just think it's weird that it's got the lash. I'd call that about, I don't know, 5 or so maybe degrees of lash. I don't know. So I got the Miltronics plugged in to the single phase. It's just a bag of fiberglass insulation. Let's see here. If I move the handle, watch, it should wake up. No, why ain't it waking up? Let's see here. Oh, there you go. And it wakes up, right? So it's there you go. I'll move the handle. See the Y. 2 inches, 199. All right. So that works. And I've gone through the menus, home, and it doesn't like it because the motors are off, right? Okay, we know the motors are off. Okay, that's fine. This is the Miltronic Centurion 6 or whatever. So I've been using the one at work, right? We got two of these at work, and I've been practicing on the controls. So I can make pockets and stuff, and the ones at work have a tool changer, so that's cool. But you know, it's got the power drawbar. But this thing works as far as the computer and the programming goes, and I'm learning how to do it because I've been using the same one at work. But I don't have the 3-phase hook to this thing yet, because this, you know, the shop is chaos. I got my engine, and I got my pallet full of stuff. Picked up an Echo weed trimmer. I think it's a Shindawa, whatever, at Home Depot. Paid 130 bucks for this thing because it was just display model. I don't know. So that's cool. Keep the grass cut. Still got the engine parts, the pistons for the international engine here on the mighty Pratt & Whitney 2A. The beautiful Pratt & Whitney. Man, this thing's she's a big girl. All my life, I seen one of these when I was a 20-year-old young man, and I thought it was the most awesome thing. But now I own one, all like, you know, 10,000 pounds of glory. So that's kind of it. Just wanted to show you a little bit about what's going on. And here in the high bay, cutters, pardon the chainsaw. Man, I got cutters up this whole thing. This has got to be 500 pounds of cutters. I mean there's cutters up to like 9-10 inches, and there's really small. I got cutters like, I can't even tell you how many cutters I got here, horizontal mill cutters. So if you come visit me at Doozer's shop, you might leave with a little care package of cutters. I'm telling you, I got more than I mean, just crazy. I mean, this thing is just like, I can't even tell you, like cutters and cutters and cutters and cutters and cutters. Big cutters. Anyhow, I got the Van Norman 1933 Piston Grinder on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe somebody will buy it. I don't know what if I should get rid of this Held. I kind of wanted to rebuild this Held ID grinder. This is 1920. I don't know. Big old dividing head. They used to use this. I think that's a Jerosen brand. But this is a cool machine. I mean, it's all, you know, it works. It slides, it moves. Got the oiling situation set up. Cool machine. Honestly, I don't know if I should keep it or you know, find someone else that could use it. I should plug it in and see about if that lash is going to be noisy or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's normal in all the Jerosens. Let me know if you got a Jerosen. Not many people do. And of course, this thing is a surface grinder. This is an Okamoto 8 by 20 or something inch chuck. 8 inch by 20 inch chuck. I don't know. But projects, right? That engine's not going to be hard to finish, so maybe I should do that. You go back into air conditioning. So that needs to go up on the Giddings Lewis. Just got a lot of stuff going on here in the shop. Always something happening. Been trying to clean up and put stuff away, and I was going to make a little bracket here out of aluminum, and I was milling that up, and just soup to nuts. Been trying to clean up the workbench. Got the bench block. A little bit of everything. So kind of a mishmash of stuff here at Doozer shop. I'm doing well. I got to get into making more videos. It's been super hot outside, and for those of you who met Yi Wen, she's doing well, and she's still studying for her CPA exam, and you know, just trying to get the house done and the floor finished. You know, because she's living with me, and I want to make the place nice for her. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Not a honey-do list, but you know, I want to make the house nice. And being single, I've been just concentrating on the shop, right? I mean, of course, that's more important to me. But you know, and I got some video of the hardwood, taking out the hardwood floor and putting on the vinyl plank floor. I'm doing the glue down, and everything's fit really good. I am a vinyl plank floor installation expert. I never wanted to be, but by sure trial by fire and figuring it out, I understand it very well. Most people ask me, well, why in the world are you bothering with glue down when you could float it? Well, a lot of reasons. The long and short of it is I just want to glue it to, see, I have a cement slab, not a basement, not a crawl space, and I just want to glue it down to the slab so it's the same temperature. It's going to be cool like the slab. There's going to be no air in between. There's going to be no place for moisture to go, no place for mold to go, because that's what happened with the bamboo floor. It got moldy underneath, and I just don't want none of that. So glue it down, solid one piece. The floor might be a little cooler on your feet, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's going to last. It's going to be good. And I spent some money on a good floor. I didn't buy a cheap floor, you know, the commercial grade, whatever. So maybe I'll do a video about that when I get it. You know, I got part 1 recorded already, but I'm just going to edit it down because, you know, you don't want to see. You want to see machine shop stuff, machinery, engineering stuff, not Doozer in the floor, the saga of the floor. But yeah, I'll try to make more videos. Might go on a vacation, might go up to Buffalo, see my friends up there. Till next time, I'm okay, you stay okay. Doozer Shop.